Hey guys, welcome to PJ's Coin Capers and welcome to 2021. So I've just had a bit of a break. I've had a holiday and sure enough, I had a bit of time to go out and do some metal detecting, which is another one of my hobbies. And it's only a relatively new hobby to me, and I really, probably for the first sort of year of that hobby, I didn't really have much success. And with this holiday, I was able to go to Central Victoria, and it's a spot that we go each and every year. And I was able to bring out my metal detector, and I actually upgraded my metal detector recently to the Equinox 800, and I'm loving that machine, absolutely loving it. I did have the Equinox 600, but I just wanted to just upgrade a little bit, and it's probably something I should have done in the first place, was just buy the Equinox 800 outright in the first place. But I did skimp a little bit and went for the 600, but I chose to upgrade to the 800 and sold my 600. But anyway, so I had some success this week, and I thought I wanted to show you. So this is, look what I found, Detector edition. Okay, so metal detector edition. Let's call it episode 1. I don't know how often these things will happen, but I really thought, well, I've had some success, and I wanted to sort of show you something that I've found. And I want to start off, the number one coin that I found this week is my most significant find, not because of value, but because of age. And it's not even great condition, but I'll show you the coin. I'll just talk a little bit about it. But it allowed me to look at our history a little bit closer, and it actually took me a bit of time to try and work out exactly what it was. So this is it here. Now, I didn't look at it when I first pulled it out of the ground. I actually thought, it's a half penny, and didn't really take much notice of it. And it wasn't until I got it back to our accommodation that I looked at it a little bit closer. I thought, hold on, that is not an Australian coin. So most of you who are familiar with British coins would recognise what you can see there. Now, the detail is very, very, very worn, and it's possibly been in the ground for a very long time. Now, I was able to take my time and research exactly what this coin was. Now, this one here, now you won't be able to see much. You can see that there is a bust, and it's looking left. Okay, so any of you viewers from the UK might recognise that, but it's actually George the Fourth. Okay, so based on George the Fourth and how long he was king for, I was able to have a look, and I was able to. Well, I didn't recognise it because I can't read much of the writing on the side there, but I was able to work out that this coin, and the date is down the bottom here, is 1826. For me, that was a significant find, that I was able to find something this old in Australia in the ground, and which essentially means, from what I've been reading, that this is really a proclamation coin. So the early coins that were brought to Australia, because when the first fleet arrived, there was very little need for coin because everything was basically paid for, and so this is, yeah, you can just slightly see the numbers down here, but from what I can work out, that there's only about 4 or 5 years of coins for the half penny that were produced with King George the Fourth on it. So I was able to, and I think that was basically from 1825 through to 28, something like that. But basically, I think he was only king for like 10 years. So not much coinage was put out. This particular coin mintage is over 9 million. So it's not something special from a low mintage point of view. But to find something like this in Australia is, I would have thought, fairly rare. And to me, that it doesn't matter about the value, it's the history. And that this coin had possibly been in the ground for who knows how long, maybe 100 or more years in the ground. considering that these coins were technically pulled out of circulation in 1910, but it still took a little while after that. But you know, so it's 195 years old this year. So to find something like that here in Australia in the ground was certainly significant to me, and one that I'll cherish and hold on to long term. There's no monetary value in this coin, so it's purely how I found it, when I found it, and where I found it that are significant to me, and it's a very special coin. So that's certainly my best find ever as far as metal detecting goes, and was quite shocked when I had seen it. I do have a quick little. I'll just show you up on the screen here what that coin looks like. This is just an example. It's for sale on eBay, and if I just flick over to the other side there it is there. So that's the coin. All right, we've spent a lot of time on one coin. We'll get through these a bit quicker. So I also found a halfpenny. Not all the dates are very visible, but this one here is a 1943. So I really focused on finding pennies, silver, and gold coins. Sorry, well, $1 and $2 coins, not actually gold coins. So there is another one there. So that's a penny. Here's another kangaroo penny from 1952. They're not worth anything, but I love finding them, you know. That's the fun. I believe this is 1942. Okay, I haven't cleaned them up. They're just exactly as they came out of the ground. A couple of 50-cent coins, and I did find a few 1-cent coins. These 1-cent coins pretty much come up at the same sort of levels and the 2-cent coins as the pennies. So a few 2-cent coins as well. I found a few of those, 5 of those. So yeah, I just love finding every coin. It doesn't matter which coin it is. These ones here, I did find more of these ones, $2 and $1 coins, but I've already put some back in the bank. But these guys, they pay for your hobby. They pay for the machine eventually, and everything else along the way is a bonus. So I did find this little jewelry item. I was able to find it. There's a second half to this, a male and a female, and I think if it is 92.5% silver based on the research I was able to do. So you know, nothing spectacular, but it was still fun to find. A little one of those tokens you put through the press machines. So that's a Melbourne Zoo token. I found a lot of junk, a lot of cans and bottle caps. Just another little cheap jewelry item that came up. A little dog tag, which I haven't really studied too much. Might be midge, something like midges. So an old dog tag there. Now, this is when I got into the silver. And silver is something I love to find, and it's you get really some high numbers like 27, 28, up into the 30s depending on what you're finding, and depending on the percentage of silver in the coins will determine how well they look when they come out of the ground. And these older ones at 92.5%, particularly these two, will always come out of the ground looking quite nice. So here we have what was this one? This was a shilling from 1914. So I was very happy to find that. And once again, these don't have any significant value. You might get a few dollars for them in this kind of condition. A 1957 shilling. So the ram's head, which is always a favourite of mine. So anything with the ram's head on it. This one came out of the ground quite nice as well. So that's a 1943. There we have that one. And a couple of sixpence. So that was actually the first coin I found this week. And that's a 1921, and that was significant for me because being 100 years ago that this coin was produced, being 2021, to find a 100-year-old coin was really significant to me. So that was a great find. And what's this one? 1951, sixpence. Now there's a story behind this one. When I was, I actually pulled these two. I actually pulled all three of these. And these two here are both 1947 florins, which I actually pulled all three of these coins out of the same hole. Okay, all in the same hole. And I actually videoed that particular experience just to remember it, because I dug one of them, and I was quite surprised to find a florin, because a florin's one of those coins I've always wanted to find in the ground. And to find two in the same hole, both 1947, and I heard that there was another signal in the hole, and sure enough, it was this 1951 sixpence. So that was my week. It was awesome going out and finding these coins. My one tip that I probably focused on this week was actually finding old trees that look like they're old, like they've been standing up for a long time and have given shade to people. And that's what I really focused my hunt this week around, was going around the bases, within 2 or 3, 4 or 5 meters of those trees. And that's where I would have my best success. That's where majority of these coins all came from, was from purely looking around old oak trees. And that's what I'm going to continue to do from now on, because I've tried, say, going near rivers or going in the open field, but this week I focused around old trees where people like to shade or sit or just relax, and that's where I found the majority of these coins. So I don't know how often we'll do this, but I just love the history, and I love the history behind this particular coin, and that I was able to do a little bit of research. I actually, like, this coin was minted in London in 1826. So I actually went and looked back, and I had a look at what London was like at the time, and just to get an understanding of when this coin was minted and what life was like, and that's where it led me. So that's what I love about coin collecting, and especially when you find history such as this buried in our soil. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little, it's different for the channel, but I hope you've enjoyed it, and I certainly would love to be able to do it in the future, and maybe one day take you on a hunt if I can get myself organised enough. Alright guys, that is it for now. Happy 2021, and we'll have more videos for you very soon. Thanks for watching guys, bye for now.